guinea pig!
Sandy Toes YouTube channel, Signature Dish.
Hi, I'm Alyne. Welcome to my kitchen. And today I am doing the last signature dish for the year. And this one is for Miss Sandy Toes.
Sandy Toes!
Who we love. Now, we do know Sandy Toes' real name, but I don't know if I'm going to mention it because I don't know if she has her real name out there to a lot of people.
If she wants you to know, she'll tell you.
That's it. So, for this video, she is Sandy Toes. And Sandy Toes is the mother of three, 2 boys and a little girl, who are the light of her lives. I should say, the lights of her life, if I can say that right.
She's got her hands full just for that little girl.
Yeah. Her kids are amazing from what we've seen. And yes, we are friends with Sandy Toes off of YouTube. Sandy Toes lives in Australia. She lives on the east coast of Australia, doesn't she?
On an island off the east coast of Australia.
On an island off the east coast of Australia.
I think.
All we know is that she lives off the east coast of Australia.
All I know is it is gorgeous country.
If you check out her channel, you will see some very, very beautiful videos of the area she lives in. And most of it are ocean views and sunsets and sunrises. And
make you envious.
it is beautiful, totally beautiful. And it's basically inspirational videos because she sets music to it, and does the pictures of the video to the music. And so I had a little birdie tell me some of Sandy's favorite foods. Contacted me when I asked Sandy Toes about doing this signature dish for her.
That made me think of Rockin' Robin.
But the reason she has the name Sandy Toes, think of you kind of put your toes in the sand when you're at the beach.
When she's got beaches she can get to real quick.
She loves to fish. She is a very outdoorsy lady. And when I say outdoorsy, I mean that she spends a lot of time outdoors.
Oh,
She is also an exceptional cook and baker.
Oh, man.
What I am making for her, and I'm sorry I have not mentioned this before, is seafood Florentine lasagna. And yeah, there's a lot of ingredients in this, but it's not that bad when you think of it. I have 4 areas here. We have the lasagna, and I made homemade lasagna noodles. I used 2 cups of flour, 3 large eggs, a half teaspoon of salt, and 1 tablespoon of oil. Mixed all that up, knead it in my mixer, and then let it rest. I actually let the dough rest overnight, and then I rolled it out today, and I made out lasagna noodles. And my noodles are a little uneven as far as size-wise, but that's okay. That's the homemade aspect to it.
Well, folks, y'all got to consider she's fairly new at making noodles.
This is only my 3rd time, y'all, making noodles, so I'm doing good.
Keep that in mind.
The next part is going to be the cheeses that I'm going to use. I have here ricotta cheese and cottage cheese. I don't know how much of each I'm going to use. I have down for 8 ounces of each. These are 15-ounce containers. And I will use whatever I need 2 of them. What else?
Let's just think Chester Cheetah ain't going to have nothing on this cheesy season.
This is mostly a white cheese and white sauce lasagna. I have provolone cheese.
Provolone.
In these 5 here, I have Parmesan cheese, mozzarella cheese, Monterey cheese, and white cheddar. I also have some Colby cheese, y'all. Actually, it's Colby Jack cheese. So, I don't have that on my list, so I may omit the Colby Jack. I may put it in. Depends on if it'll fit in my container or not up there. Okay.
We'll find out.
Now, here I have for my bechamel sauce, this is my white sauce. I have 3.5 cups of milk. I have a half of a cup of all-purpose flour, 1 stick of butter, and then we got salt and pepper to taste. And the reason I have that much is because I'm doing a double batch because I'm going to be using that throughout the whole lasagna. And then we have the filling where we come to the seafood Florentine. Here I have roughly 20 ounces of spinach.
Green stuff.
It's spinach. On my list here, I have down for 1 pound, which would be 2 8-ounce packages. Depending on the, I have down for 16 ounces of frozen spinach. This is 20. That's all I could find in that, in the spinach pig. I'll tell you couldn't find no smaller than a 10-ounce bag.
Right.
Okay. I also have 12 ounces of shrimp, which have been cut in half. They are peeled, deveined, and tails taken off. I bought them that way, and I just thawed them out and cut them in half. Here I have 8 ounces of crab meat, and this is the claw crab meat, so I didn't have to worry about chopping it up. Here I have a 8-ounce package of mushrooms that have been cleaned and chopped. In here I have 1 shallot. This was kind of a larger size shallot that has been minced. Here I have 3 cloves of garlic that have been minced. I have 2 teaspoons of piggies to rub.
Rub it.
Salt and pepper to taste. I also have oil to cook with. And if I need butter or anything extra, I've got that in the refrigerator.
Which where my leg come in at.
Yeah. I also have a pot of water on to boil over on the other cooktop. And I'm going to have Piggy set this over there for me.
Over there?
Over there on that countertop by the...
We're going to the old Army song over there.
Over there, yeah. Da-da-da-da-da. Over there. Okay, so I'm going to move some of this stuff around. And I'm going to get started right here. Well, once I plug me up, I'm going to get started over here, y'all.
Well, from my perspective, you're over there.
Yeah.
Not over here.
Plug up that. Alright, now I know you plug up. But I don't know which way you plug. Well, I'll put you in that one then. If you don't want to go in the other, I'll put you in that one.
Oh, you don't need that one, never mind.
Okay, cut on my stove top, turn it on. Oh, keep mashing the button and then mash the other button. Okay, so I'm going to put about a tablespoon of oil in here. If I need more, I will add more. And let that heat up, then I'm going to add...
Heat it up!
Add my mushrooms to it once it gets heat up, and I'll cook them down a little bit. Then I'm going to add my shallots and garlic. Tell you a little bit more.
Folks, for you folks out there that ain't Southern and understand Southern, head up means heat it up.
Yeah, get hot. Warmed up, whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
Asian folks might not understand that Southern.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that, y'all. I forget there's anybody out there other than Southerners. Again, if y'all have not checked out Sandy Toast channel, please do so. I will leave her link in the title of the video and also in the description of the video. And while I'm at it, I just got to show off.
Well, shameful plug here.
Shameful plug. Merchandise.
Merch.
But,
If you own it.
yeah. And the link for this is in the description as well. But, Sandy is an awesome supporter of so many channels. She's usually on late night because our daytime is her nighttime. And her nighttime is our daytime. Or her daytime is our nighttime, however you want to put it. And actually, where I'm sitting at right now, this is on a Thursday afternoon. She would probably be into the late hours or early morning hours of Friday morning.
The 18 hours ahead of us, right?
15 to 18, I think.
I think it's 18.
So she's roughly into Friday morning right now.
Yep.
So it's a case of she hits a lot of the
weird.
Yeah, she hits a lot of the nighttime lives and things. So we see her in passing. We talk to her on other social media.
Right.
Saute the mushroom. And yes, y'all, I'm bringing out the big word.
Saute.
Yeah. I think everybody knows what saute is. It's just basically cooking down, sweating down.
It's a fancy foreign word for lightly cooking it.
Alright, y'all, I'm going to let these cook down, and I will be back once I'm getting ready to add the shallots and garlic, okay?
Alright.
Alright, we've got the mushrooms sauteed, sweat it down. I'm going to put the shallots in here.
Shallots.
Piggy likes shallots, y'all.
They got good flavor.
They do. And we're going to cook the shallots until they're a little bit translucent, probably about 1 to 2 minutes along with the garlic. And once we get the garlic and shallots cooked down just a little bit, we're going to add the spinach and let it be cooking down.
Right by the sailor man.
Yep. Yeah, like I said, the night it was the exact night that I'd asked Sandy Toast if I could do this dish for her, because y'all, I do not just arbitrarily do these signature dishes. If I do a signature dish, the person knows it's going to be coming. They don't know when, they know it's going to be coming because I have asked their permission to do so. Because I am using their channel name or their name on my channel doing a video for them. So therefore, their permission.
And then it'll be going in a cookbook.
Yep, then we'll be going in a cookbook.
So Sandy Toast, she's going to have this thing coming out tomorrow. Oops. Too late. It'll already be out before you hear that.
Yeah, this will be out Friday for us, Saturday for her. All right.
What was that?
That was me popping that right there.
Oh. There's somebody knocking at the door.
That's why Charlie's always going off when I do stuff. Now, y'all, I have drained this. This was frozen. Put this over out of my way for a minute. Get this over here close. And, like I said, this is just plain spinach, nothing added to it. And the only thing that come off of this is the water that was in it. So there you go on that one. Okay.
Now, I'm sure the vegetarian and vegan crowd will absolutely love the spinach part.
Mushroom, spinach.
But, you know, as the old joke goes, what the Indians called that was, that name meant him who can't hunt.
Him who can't hunt. Wow.
Just teasing, y'all. Just teasing.
Now I'm going to add the piggy syrup. I'm going to go ahead and put this in here before I add my seafood. Let this
Sure
get
everybody
cooked.
knows I'm just teasing before somebody gets bent out of shape.
And Penny knows as well as I do, we were both raised on vegetarian meals as well as carnivorous meals. We've eaten all vegetable meals, and we've eaten all meals with meat.
I love a good salad, especially if it's got bacon bits and ham chunks in it.
A little salt. Now, growing up as a kid, I'd eat out of my granny's garden, so we'd have a lot of vegetarian meals. Oops. I didn't know we cut that off, so we just have to deal with that. I accidentally topped heat up for about 22 seconds.
Yeah, especially if we were growing watermelons that year.
I know what I did. I thought the trip my breaker.
Uh-oh.
That's okay. I know what happened. I had my oven on, and I shouldn't have had my oven on.
Yeah.
But you know what, people? As long as I know what happened, I don't have to send Piggy around looking for things to find out what happened.
With her freaking out.
Be like a good doctor. You just kind of take it in stride.
Not only being a good patient, letting the doctor do what the doctor knows what to do.
Yeah. All right.
But folks, she don't always do that. She's not always a good patient.
No, I'm not. Piggy, if you will get me the lid, please, to
Lid.
this.
Get the lid.
Yeah. Because what I'm going to do next,
Which one is it? That one?
it's not the biggest one in there. It's the next to the biggest one.
That other, that biggest one has a different type of ring.
Yeah, okay, so that would be the one. And set it right there. What I'm going to do next, I'm putting my shrimp in here, y'all.
See there, I did put that lid there, folks. Just so y'all know for sure. You know that?
I'm done with that.
Alright.
And I'm going to get my shrimp stirred in and let it start cooking just a minute. And then we'll add my crab meat. And then what I'll do, once I get the crab meat added, I'm going to put the lid on it and I'm going to let this cook for about 4 to 5 minutes. Mainly just to make sure that it is done. And once this gets done, I'll make my bechamel. So I can get it.
Give me, I want it.
As long as you want it. And I probably need to put this in a bigger skillet or a bigger stir. The only bigger skillet I've got is my wok, and I didn't want to have to cook it in the wok. Y'all look at that crab jumping for freedom.
Another hint?
What?
Wok.
No. I was saying that's the one I have bigger, and I don't want to use it for a skillet because I would be using a big stir over here, but I'm using that for my bechamel sauce.
I can get it down for you. It ain't gonna be no problem.
No, that's fine. So I'm going to let this sit for about 5 minutes here cooking and letting all this cook down. So we'll come back once the shrimp and crab meat are done.
All right.
Alright, this is done to the point I want it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pour this mixture.
What ain't done in it to get done in the oven?
Yeah. Because it's going to bake for about 45 minutes to an hour. Okay. Again, I'm going to let you have that right there.
Alright, so you done with that?
I'm done with that. Set that off to the side here.
Alright.
Next comes the bechamel sauce. How's the water doing over there, Piggy?
There's a lot of steam, a lot of bubbles on the bottom, but it still ain't boiling.
Good. Okay. That's the way I want it right now. I have my butter. I need my flour. My salt, my pepper. And I gotta bring my milk. Okay. Now comes the white sauce, white gravy, whatever you want to call it. It is a bechamel sauce.
You say bechamel, does that start with a B?
B is in boy. B-E-C-H.
Or
E or A-M-E-L, like that, bechamel.
What kind of language did that come from? 'Cause I know-
French.
French. Well, I should have known it would have been bechamel. You're French. Yeah, they come up with the really fancy words.
Alright, we'll melt the butter. And what I'm fixing to be doing here, after I get the butter melted, is I'm going to make a roux. And if you've ever watched me make gravy or watched me make macaroni and cheese or anything to do with a cheese sauce, this is the exact same thing I'm doing. I only used about half of the butter content though. Okay. And when you're making a roux, you want to make it a 1-to-1. Half a cup of butter to a half a cup of flour. I usually use a quarter cup of butter to a quarter cup of flour as my base for my roux. But because I'm making a double batch this time,
that's the same ratio as matter to antimatter for the engines in the Star Trek Enterprise.
1-to-1.
For all you Trekkies out there.
Alright. Now I'm going to put my flour in here. And I'm going to actually turn that down a little bit. Let that cook without burning. And you want to cook this a good 2 to 4 or 5 minutes. Make sure you have your flour cooked. You do not want raw flour in your bechamel or your gravies. And I'm going to add just a touch of salt. You don't want a lot, just a taste.
Don't want it burnt, you don't want it raw.
Right. If you don't want salt in yours, don't put salt in yours. I'm using black pepper. If you want to use white pepper or no pepper at all, again, your choice.
You gotta get it just that, just like the other like everybody.
Yeah, you definitely don't want burnt flour because you're making a white sauce, not a brown sauce. Okay.
That just must be copacetic.
I'm not sure, but I think that's probably been about 2 minutes anyway. So what I'm going to do now, I'll just pan around just a little bit. Start pouring my milk in. You want to pour it in slowly. You don't want to pour it all in at one time. And keep whisking continuously while you're pouring that in there. Now my hands won't travel with me.
It's a rolling.
Alright, there you go, Pete. You have both of those.
You got some more dirty dishes.
Now that I've got all this in here, I'm going to let this cook until it starts to thicken a little bit. It makes my sauce. So what I'm going to do is have Piggy pause me right here once the sauce is almost done or right at done. We'll be back. Okay, my bechamel sauce over here is done. Piggy had to move the camera thing around, but they can just, yeah.
Well, when I started it up that first time, it was counting off the seconds, but there wasn't nothing moving.
And I'm salting my water for boiling. We moved it over here to let it finish boiling. I've had it on to get good and hot so it'll bring it to a boil quicker. And then I will put my noodles in. Now, like I said, these are homemade noodles. They're not going to look like store-bought, but they will cook quicker. That's a good thing. Okay, we're getting there to a boil. I want this to be a rolling boil.
All right.
We're ready, y'all. It looks like we got little mini tornadoes in this water. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put these in real quick. Get all these in there, and then I'll stir them around a little bit. And what you do is set colander on that right there. You said no, put the colander on it. You look right there and put the colander on it.
Okay, so it's going to be a little tricky. Those legs to that grill.
Bring this back to a boil real quick. Like I said, it shouldn't take long to do this. Okay, we're going to go ahead and let these finish cooking for a few minutes. And when I come back, I'll be getting everything set up to put together the lasagna.
All right.
All right, yeah, we're going to put this together for Sandy Toes. And Sandy, I sure enough wished I could fix this for you in person. And maybe, you never know, someday I might be able to.
That'd be nice, wouldn't it?
Yeah. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little bit of this white sauce on the bottom. So, and like I said, y'all, I know my noodles are not perfect.
Well, for a third time doing them, I say it's not bad.
Oh my, here we go. Tear a little bit of that off of there. And put that right there. Okay. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little bit of my put my filling on this layer. And I'll show you how I'm going to put it together. And this will be the way I do it. I either run out of filling or it just gets too full for me to do anything else with. I'm just going to layer it. Y'all see my oven's already hot. And I'm preheating my oven to 375 degrees Fahrenheit. And that works out to be, I got it written down, y'all. I gotta find it. 190 degrees Celsius. And the reason I am doing this one in Celsius as well is because Sandy lives in Florida. Sandy Toast lives in Florida, not Florida, Australia.
Australia, where they do the metric thing.
They do metric where she's at. All right. I have my layer of spinach. I'm doing just the dollops of the cottage cheese and ricotta. Now, if y'all don't like cottage cheese, don't use cottage cheese. Use ricotta. If you don't like ricotta, well, I'd say try cottage cheese or, you know, try a little bit of ricotta. And if you don't like it at all, just don't want it on your lasagna, don't put it on your lasagna. You find something you like instead.
Hey, I never thought I'd be eating stuff like that, and I find it pretty good, so, you know,
Yeah.
Nothing ventured, nothing gained.
Okay. Y'all, we got a lot of cheeses to get through here.
Oh, yeah. Gotta see all them bowls up there.
Yeah. And yes, you'll see little plastic things in them.
So she knows which ones is which.
Yes, I want the mozzarella first.
Mozzarella.
Mozzarella. I'm just going to sprinkle a little bit of this on there.
The catarata.
And because I have so many different types of cheeses, that means I don't have to put a whole lot of one type on there. Okay, then we're going to do the Monterey. And like I said, you don't have to use a whole lot. Then I'm going to use some Parmigiano. And I'm going to put some provolone on. I think I can get by with half one here on here.
So you think you can?
Yeah, there we go. Then I'm going to put some of this extra, it says seriously sharp, and this is white cheddar.
Was it seriously sharp?
Seriously sharp, and it is seriously sharp. It's, yeah. And a touch of the Colby.
Oh, yeah. It's seriously good is what it is.
That's seriously good. I'm just getting a little bit of Colby. And y'all actually...
That's better than the other cheddars.
It is very good cheddar cheese. Okay, now I'm going to take another little bit of the bechamel and put a little bit of the bechamel on top of all of this. Then I'll put noodles on top of this and start layering again. So once I get it put together, we'll be back to show you what it looks like before it goes in the oven.
Uh-huh.
All right, y'all, this is what it looks like before it goes in the oven. I'm going to cover it with aluminum foil. And I will bake it for about 50 minutes covered.
Looks pretty good to me.
And then I will take it out after about 50 minutes. Take the cover off. Put it back in for another 5 to 10 minutes. Maybe 15 minutes. And let it get good and brown on top. So, Sandy Toes, I hope I've done you proud so far. And I will show you what it looks like when it comes out of the oven. Okay, y'all, this is what it looks like out of the oven.
Dun, 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 dun.
And I will tell you, it has been sitting for a little while. So Sandy Toes, I hope this meets with your approval. I can get this to go down in there. There we go.
Just fix me just a itty bitty bit.
Yeah, that's all I'm gonna fix me and you both, Piggy. I'm just cutting it so I can. I'm gonna do like this right here. That way, if we want more, we can always eat more. That's the way I see it. And if you're wondering what I'm going to do with this whole big old thing, y'all, there's a thing called a freezer.
You ain't got those edges cut good.
Am I not?
Nope. There you go.
I'll give you that.
Gimme, gimme.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Well, that one kind of, but it did better than the last one I made.
Well, it's had a little while to cool off a little.
Yeah. All right, I can give you that right there, Piggy.
Okay.
Let me get my plates here in front. They kind of slid a little, but you know what? They still look pretty darn good, if you ask me. There we go.
All right.
All right, y'all. Where's my fork? There's my fork.
Yeah.
There you go, Piggy. We're going to move this right here. Get that right there cool completely off later, and I'll cut it and put it in the freezer. Oh, yeah, this looks so good. All that cheese, all that spinach, all that seafood. All right, yeah. Put the cheese back up there. Let's try this. Mmm.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's good, y'all. I'm just going to flat out tell y'all.
Need a drink.
In a minute. I'm going to get this other bite right here. Mmm.
That is popping with flavors.
Mm-hmm. You can taste the shrimp. You can taste the crab. You can taste the spinach. You can taste the different cheeses. But it all marries together very well.
Yep.
Well, Sandy Toes, like I said, I was told that you like spinach. I was told that you love seafood. And I hope, with your Italian heritage, that this does you proud. Please know that we love you. Thank the world of it.
Don't hump, sure do.
And everybody, please check out Sandy Toes' channel. She has some awesome videos. And I thank you for letting me make this for you, and for allowing me to do a signature dish for your channel. Y'all have a great day. Bye, y'all. Bye, y'all.
Where's my fork?